See shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? I lost the light, I see your eyes. I calm you down, let it shine. I see shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? Tell me now, where did you go?
Scorpio, welcome to your May 1st through the 15th love reading. I'm Princess India. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you're family, welcome back, my friend. So we are going to be taking a gander at you as well as your person of interest. We're going to look at what energies are going on between the two of you and what is going on with each of you individually. Then we're going to throw out the dice of resonance, and then we're going to head over to Vimeo and the Lurker's Lounge to see what's going on with this person and their whole inner psychology and whatnot or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to ask Spirit to give us clear and direct guidance for my Scorpios, please, Spirit. In reference to their love lives, anything that you know, anything of utmost importance, I ask that come to the forefront in this here reading. You know what I'm saying? So the energy between Scorpios and their person of interest, in the event that you're a cross watcher, you're probably going to resonate more on the side that I'm reading for Scorpios that are subscribed to me. And for the Scorpio, you would be cross watching. They'd probably resonate more on the side of the person of interest, but you know. Energies are fluid and all that good jazz, so wherever you resonate, babe. So, energy between you and your person of interest, oh good lord. Starting off great. Deceit. It's always just caring connection. Because these two go together. Right? Alright. Deceit and a caring connection. What would seem to be a caring connection, what hides behind it is deceit. That's probably money-based, ulterior motive riddled and whatnot, or whatever. First card for Scorpio or the cross watcher. Community in reverse. It's always nice. The third chakra in reverse, so you're not listening to your gut in reference to a situation that involves people that aren't necessarily in your highest good or you have outgrown. You're not listening to your intuition with the door to spirit in reverse. We have the angel of balance in reverse, Scorpio. What is happening in America? The door to personal healing and happiness. That's an upright. That's good. This may be a little lesson. There's a need to take a step back and find balance, because this is reminding me of like what I was seeing with Aries. It's like you sense what's going on, but you're out of tune with yourself. So it's like you're getting little niggles, which is my favorite word. You're getting like little intuitive hits and little niggles, but you're not grasping onto them to let them open up to you about this. It's almost like you're so caught up in this that you're not seeing that this lies behind that, you know, because it's like that's a distraction. Like, oh, here's flowers. And you're not seeing that it's like, you know, Rumpelstiltskin behind you on some stuff, you know, the Antichrist and things of the sort. I watch American Horror Story, leave me be. Yikes. We have appreciation in reverse. Oh, wow, these two came out. Journey and the angel of love. Okay, so this is good. And then happy family in reverse. Okay. Whee, they. All right. I don't know what it is that you... Okay, I do know what it is. I'm not going to say I don't know what it is. A lot of times in life, when we have our heart set on something and we really want something to be what it is, which is like, okay, if we look at it like this, if we think about relationships, right? Or not being in a relationship, being a single person who's desiring a relationship, right? And it's like, oh, I've been single for so long. And it's like, oh, I just really want to commit to someone so bad. I just really want to be in a relationship. I just really want to have somebody to love. And it's like, oh, you don't understand because it's like I'm alone and da-da-da-da-da, right? See, when you're in an energy like that, it's kind of how situations such as this manifest themselves. because it's being so happy to finally have a potential for a relationship that you have a tendency to overlook a great deal, right? Now, there's a myriad of different things that I'm seeing in this situation that are all showing red flags, right? But it's almost as if it's dismantling your red flags and calling it things like, oh, I'm just nervous, or oh, I'm just scared, or it's like, oh my gosh, I finally got a good chick or a good dude, and it's like, I'm gonna mess it up because I'm all hyper vigilant and blah blah blah, and whatever the excuse would be. But the thing that I'm seeing most importantly is this is something that's very much not in alignment with you. This is something that's very much not in your highest good. And every single warning sign you are completely dismantling. The situation is not reciprocal. It's very unbalanced. But I feel like it's almost a sense of like making excuses for this. The beautiful thing about this is why I think Spirit is so freaking dope, right? Is because what you're yearning for is this connection, this family situation, the stability, the security, right? But everything that you've endured in this situation, it's ultimately going to work for your good because it's an overall lesson of needing to listen to and trust yourself and to not deny what you know. It's almost allowing your desires, right? Like the desire for a relationship to supersede what's good for you. So it's rather having the illusion of something that's real. You know what I'm saying? That's potentially a danger to you than actually getting the real thing, if that's making sense. Because it's this whole situation is a distraction that's not in your highest good, but it's wanting the illusion thereof over your actual highest good. So I would rather have the illusion of a relationship that's good for me as opposed to having the real thing, but still not even wanting to admit that to myself. But the beautiful thing about this is the fact that this relationship has or is teaching you a lesson and being thankful for who you are and where you are in your life, and not to desire some other state or time or state or place with a person somewhere out there in the future, but learning to have gratitude for where you are, right? It's going to initiate another leg of your journey. It's going to teach you the truth about self-love and what love is, period. And it's also going to give you a clear vision of what it is that you're truly asking for. And this is just going into my personal ethos. And this is something I've been having a conversation with my friends about pretty much this entire week. Is that all human beings, and I say single people because I work with a lot of single people, like I have found in my work and in my own personal journey, that most single people are searching for something out there in the world in the eyes of another person that they should be looking for in themselves. And nobody wants to hear that ever because it's such a killjoy, right? You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is, the truth is we attract what we are. You can't help but do that. It has nothing to do with, rules or religions or whatever. It's literally just physics. Like, it's as simple as physics. It's like you attract what you are. It's energy. Energy is non-discriminatory. It's just kind of like, oh, if you're at frequency 175, I'm frequency 175, I'm going over there with the energy that's like me. You know what I'm saying? If that just so happens to be manifesting in the matter realm as, I don't know, manipulation, lies, and abuse, then so be it. If we're vibrating at that frequency, that's what the heck we're drawing in. Because it's like we're all human antennas. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about like, oh, it's that person, like I just want to screw up their life. Let me just send all that bad energy to them. We attract what we are. You know what I'm saying? So the key is here, there's a valuable lesson to be learned. But I feel like there's a need to dig deeper in what it is that you're really seeking. Like, what are you really looking for? Right? And what is it that you're looking for another person to do that you're not doing for yourself? Because it's always going to be what it boils down to. you know? We could sit there and argue all day of like, well, I mean, I've done all of the personal work. Well, I mean, if you have, then you would be vibrating with someone who has done the level of personal work that you've done. So if you want to know what that looks like, we look around our lives. You feel what I'm saying? First card we have for your person of interest is attachment in reverse. Gotta love those masks. Man holding the coin. I feel like I know where this is going. 7th chakra. Cornucopia in reverse. The door to romance. The temple path. Oh, that's wonderful. Victory in reverse. And the garden and the gate. I'm going to tell you what it is that hit my spirit as soon as I turned over the man holding the coin. The energy I feel from this person over here, and this may not be everyone, and this may just be a specific message that I'm hearing, but I feel this is a single parent, a female single parent that's over here. It's a female single parent that's over here, and it's having the belief system that you're supposed to offer a family unit to your kid or children, like if it's just you and a kid, or, you know, more than one child or whatever. And it's denying what you know for this illusion thereof of a family. So it's because of being so desiring so much to have this. It's like, because, you know, I'm a single mom of a boy, you know? So I feel you. It's the thought of like thinking, oh, you know, I'm a girl and I'm raising a boy. And it's like my boy is supposed to have a male figure in his life. He's supposed to have a father figure, and it's like I have to give my child a stable childhood and things of the sort. You know what I'm saying? That's in, you know, philosophy a lot of people subscribe to. I'm not one of those people. You know what I'm saying? It's just me. But I understand, because there's a lot of pressure when you're a single parent to feel as if you need to supplement, right? So it's a lot of force to feel as if you need to be in a traditional nuclear family system, right? But there's a myriad of different ways around that, you know? Because it's not even just single moms, you know? Whether you're a divorcee or you're a single mom or you're a widow, you know? It's just social pressures of females. It's the feeling as if, okay, there needs to be another surrogate person to come in. I got brothers and uncles and cousins and things, you know what I'm saying? Stepdaddies and daddies and all of that, you know? Stepdaddies. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. But anyway, Scorpio, you feel me? You laughed at that. I know you did. I felt it. Anyway. But whatever the case may be, it's all about this belief system that one has, and it's feeling as if you need to align with that. But it's like aligning with this particular belief system is not in your highest good. And the fact that it's that desire to have this illusion, but you're not actually qualifying the person. You feel me? So it's just thinking of if you have this figure to come in to play a role, that makes it okay, and it doesn't, because you have a person who's clearly deceitful, who has ulterior motives, that is giving you what you want. Because if we look back at Homegirl right here, you know what I'm saying? It's like she's fixated on what she wants, that she's not noticing anything that's happening back here, because it's like, oh my gosh, I have flowers. So I feel like it's what this person symbolizes. But their heart ain't right. They're not spiritually attuned. You know what I'm saying? The truth behind the situation is it's one or two ways. It's either you have the money and they're in it for your money, or it's that you're not doing well financially and you're blinded by the fact that this person has money, and you're allowing that to be what's making your decisions. But there's a myriad of different warning signs that are telling you this is not the route that you want to go. But it's this idealization of should, oughts, and supposed tos and expectations of external forces outside of you, whether it's family traditions, religious traditions, societal traditions, what have you. It's this force of thinking you need to fit this mold into this situation, right? And then on the other side of that, it's, you know, whatever it is you're desiring. If it's that financial stability, it's the desire for that. And it's these two things that are fighting together, right? And it's you seeing, well, I have this and this. It's fulfilling these two needs, but it's being so blinded by that you're not seeing the truth of the situation or the person. So this person isn't who they seem to be, right? They don't have what it is that they really seem to have. They have an ulterior motive, and in truth, both of you do, because you're trying to get a need met, they're trying to get a need met, so you both have ulterior motives and you're fulfilling a role for each other. But the thing is, this is more dangerous for you than for them, because I feel like this person, they're not unaware of what's happening. I feel like the person over here is the only one that's unaware of what's happening. It's like the person on Scorpio or the cross-watcher side wants to believe that this really is this caring connection. And I feel if you would look up from whatever it, like, dream state that's kind of going on, you would see the truth of the situation. That, like, say hypothetically, if the person seems to have money, they really ain't got shit. They have nothing. The person is extremely emotionally unavailable. They are not attuned spiritually. They may be pretending to be attuned spiritually. In this situation, if anything, is going to have you in more or less, best way to say it would be like an Eight of Swords kind of energy. It's like feeling like a prisoner. But it's not really being a prisoner, because at any moment you could walk away from this situation. But I feel like it's the fear of, once again, going out into the world. But I feel this heavily is like a single mom kind of energy. But it's like, all in all, whatever it is that you've endured with this person, it's like, it's going to be a lesson that's going to teach you a lot, that's going to help you heal, that's going to give you a clear vision moving forward, right? But it's a need to really slow down and open your eyes. But I say I can empathize 110% because I understand. I get that, you know? I don't even think I was divorced for like a month or so before people started asking me like, oh, what are you gonna, it's like, can I be divorced for like 2 seconds? Can I enjoy that, please? You know? But that's more of like an old world type of situation. And I mean, not everybody has it like that. I feel like in my situation, I'm blessed to have like a brother and a dad, my son's dad, to be active. Not all moms have that, especially if a person is widowed. If your husband passed away and you're raising kids by yourself, you know, it's like you can't do joint custody if your spouse passed away. So women are in a myriad of different situations, and yes, it's extremely unfair to put pressure, because this is when I put my therapist hat on. Just because people are in a nuclear family structure does not mean that the family structure is actually healthy, right? Because if you have two abusive, narcissistic, or emotionally unavailable parents that are in a nuclear family, guess what? You got double toxicity in the household. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, just because there's a mom and a dad in the house doesn't necessarily automatically equal a healthy family unit. You know what I mean? There could be a dad, a single dad, or a single mom that would have the ability to raise healthier children via co-parenting or like a joint custody kind of situation, or just raising children solo dolo, than two parents who are extremely toxic in a nuclear family. So it goes by circumstances and situations. Of course, society wants us to believe that, a non-traditional family structure, like even if a kid is raised by grandparents or whatever, it's the thought of wanting to believe that it's just this one way that produces healthy children, but it's just not true. You know what I mean? To each its own, every circumstance is different, you know? It's all about the level of emotional health and wellness with the parent or parents, you know? The environment that kids are being raised in. So it's like, if this is a situation where it's family pressure, God forbid, I hope it's not social pressure, that's having you to feel as if this is what you need to do, or if it's just a belief system, it's like, don't forsake your belief system, but at least if you feel the need to be in a partnership, at least pick a healthy partnership. You know what I mean? Because I feel kids would be better off in a household with a healthy parent until that healthy parent finds a healthy counterpart, as opposed to giving the illusion of a healthy family when you have, freaking Satan incarnate in your house. I'm just saying. I'm going to get off of my soapbox now. I'm going to throw out the dice of resonance. Ay, goodness gracious. So this is 12 zodiac signs to clarifying die that lets you know whether it's the person's sun, moon, or rising sign and the roles that they play in your life. You also have the ability to ask a yes or no question. If you want to do that, pause me now, formulate that question, and when you're ready, unpause me. I don't interpret these, I just toss them out however they resonate. They resonate. So we have Virgo, we have Capricorn, we have Sun, we have yes in a few months, and the X. So answer to your question is yes in a few months, Virgo, Capricorn, and either one of those could be their sun sign, and then we have the X. So now, my precious Scorpios, I'm going over to Vimeo and to the Lurkers Lounge so I can look more into this person that I'm really not a fan of. You know what I'm saying? But if you're about that life, meet me over there, because we're going to look at how this person thinks about you and feels about you and all that good stuff, getting all in their business, stuff we're not supposed to know. But if not, I love your freaking face, and I will see you guys soon later.
Energy, about to get in and fuck up the industry.